Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be filming this eye look right here, so stay tuned. So the first step that we are going to take is we are going to prime our eyelids, and we're going to use shade 0.5 in the Conceal and Define Concealer from Makeup Revolution, and I am just going to pop that all over my lid. Taking a Zoeva 228 crease brush, I'm just going to pat this in. Literally just using a very light hand, and I am just patting this into the eye, taking my time. I want to keep patting it in until it's not shiny looking anymore. Every now and then I will take the brush and wipe it off onto the back of my hand just to pull off any excess product. We're just going to soften the edges of the concealer. I always bring my concealer into my inner corner as well because I like it to be nice and bright too. Picking up the shade Prophecy on an SK02 brush, we're going to start building this into the crease. I go in with my darkest colour first because I feel I get the best payout that way. I'm wrecking the place. So looking straight ahead into a mirror, you want to see where your eyeshadow is going to go. So you just want to start marking that out. If you look straight ahead and you can't see the eyeshadow, you need to bring it up higher. And I'm not just using the first dip, I've dipped back into the eyeshadow, so every time I put a little bit down I pick up a little bit more. It's better to go in with a little bit and build it up than to go in with too much, because you'll just have a really hard time blending that. Now that we're happy with the crease, we're going to start placing the eyeshadow here. Same steps as before, wiggling on little tiny bits at a time. Do not worry about the blend at this stage, I know how crazy this looks. Now that you have your eyeshadow laid down into the shape that you want, you're going to just use the same brush. You're just going to wipe it off a wee bit, and you're just going to start to slowly, from the inner corner to the outer corner, blend out your edge. I'm just going to really wiggle. I don't really have much room to blend in a circular motion, otherwise my first colour would hit my eyebrow. We're just going to sort of wiggle that. When you get to the outer portion of your eye, I like to blend back in on myself rather than out, because I feel like if I start blending out that way, I wouldn't know when to stop, so I like to bring it back in. Just with the darker colours, with lighter colours it's fine to keep wiggling it out. But my darker colour, I sort of like it to stay in one place. With the Zoeva 231, we're going to go into the shade Majesty. And we're going to start here, because this is the highest point but you have the most space, and we're just going to start wiggling that over the edge. It's like half of the product is going over the brown and the other half is going onto the skin. Same as before, we're just wiggling. Taking a Zoeva 224, we're going to mix into Majesty and Veil, and this is going to be our transition colour. I had no idea, but this is why there is always a white eyeshadow in eyeshadow palettes, so you can lighten up the colours to make them into transition colours. My mind was blown when I learned that. And we're just going to diffuse the edges. So now that we have our colours all down, this is when I start to get pernickety and I start to build up again, so I'm going to build my brown up a little bit more. So I literally just play about and go back in and out with all the colours that I've already used. So never be afraid to do that, like to go in and play about with it after you've put it down. Taking the Zoeva 232 and a little bit of concealer, we're going to tidy up this area here so the glitter has a nice clean base to go on. I'm just going to start packing this on very gently. I'm not bringing it up too high because I don't want this to be like a cut crease. I really blend this into the other colours. Going back in with Majesty, we're going to soften the edge here, just so it all has a nice flow going on. I've sort of cut into my brown here, so I'm just going to put another little bit of it down. I'm going to be using Gatsby from Peaches and Cream for my glitter today, and the same brush that we used to apply the concealer, and we're just going to put the glitter all here right over until it makes that orange. Pushing the glitter back in on itself rather than trying to drag it out to blend it, and pushing it back in on itself. And we're going to use a little bit more of Majesty just to blend that edge away. Using the NYX matte black liner, we're just going to do a little line across our eyelids. I always look down into a mirror to do my liner. Using an SK04 brush and some of the black from the palette, we're just going to pat away the edge of the liner so there's no harsh end to it. And then using the brown, we're going to just diffuse that again. It's all about repeating your steps, guys. Starting the under eyes, we're going to go in with concealer. We're going to go in with 0.5 from Conceal and Define from Makeup Revolution, and we're just going to blend that out using a Real Techniques setting brush. I'm just sort of patting this very gently. And using the brush that we use at the start to pat the concealer under the lid, we're going to use it just to get it under the lash line, just so we don't disturb the eyeshadow on top too much. And never be afraid to bring that into the inner corner to brighten it up a little bit. Going in with our Earthbound powder and our Real Techniques setting brush, we're going to bake the under eye. I cannot do my under eye without getting fallout. Just can't. It's not in me. Can't do it. Sorry. So I have to bake. So if any eyeshadow does fall down, the loose powder will catch it and then you can just sweep it away. Going in with some gel liner. This is the Ink Blot gel liner. This is from the JLo collection and this is the shade Midnight. And I am using an Ink Blot 12S brush. It's actually a little lip brush, but I love it for eyeliner. We're just going to run some of this through our waterline and through the root of our lashes. Always do one eye at a time, because if that dries you're not going to be able to move it. So I'm just using a little flat brush just to soften that out, and there's a little bit of brown shadow on it, so it's just going to help blend that out for us. I'm going to pick up a little bit more brown shadow and just keep blending that out to make it nice and smoky. And because that powder is there, everything has something to blend into. It makes it so much easier. Going in with the same brush and Majesty, and we're just going to run a little bit of that underneath too. And a mixture of Majesty and the white shadow, we're just going to run that underneath as well, just to soften it all out. We're just going to go back in with our Real Techniques first, and we're just going to swipe away the excess powder. And that is the eye look complete. I'm going to jump off camera, I'm going to finish my face, and I will come back and show you the finished look. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I popped on the rest of my face basically. Gotta love a bit of bronzer can do for a girl. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a massive thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!